Hi, I'm Lakota.
And I'm Luke.
And together we created
MYR Mediums.
It all started in November, here at this table. With a simple handshake, we decided we were going to start our own company. There's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into this, but we're finally ready to launch.
Well, it all started about 6 years ago when I had learned about web design. And it's been a hobby project to this point, learning WordPress and making simple websites. And this is the first time I'd ever created an e-commerce website.
Well, I guess I've drawn most of my life, but I think whenever it really started turning into something, I was with my wife living in her parents' basement, and I was super depressed. And one day Jess was like cleaning up the basement, and she gave me a pack of canvases and said, do something with these. So I'm sure she meant like put them up in a closet or something like that, but I started painting on them, and I discovered that I really liked it, so I just haven't stopped.
Starting MYR is a long time coming. I've learned about web design and management, and now we're putting the business on a holistic market to where we're going to be on YouTube, social media, e-commerce, and also doing research and design for like a scalable platform. So I did this to basically just get involved in the digital age and be relevant on a lot of platforms.
Luke had asked me multiple times to go into business with him, and I just didn't feel right about it for a while, but then he started showing like what he could do as far as building a site went and how much he was learning. So he showed that he could really put my art out there and market it. Like the paintings that I wasn't able to sell, he was able to sell very quickly. So decided to just go ahead and say, yeah.
MYR Mediums, so the MYR is a more aesthetically pleasing version of Lakota and I's last name. I develop on tech, where Cuddy, he develops on print and water.
It's our brand. It's just basically it's my paintings, starting out with my paintings. It's going to be going on shirts, prints, stuff like that. I mean, I've been selling artwork for close to 10 years now. Now we have, an actual website that people will be able to go to and order things. The idea is that we're going to bring on more artists as we grow. We're going to have featured artists every month, and if they do well, then we'll ask them to, join the company. Eventually, we want to have, a good handful of artists working together to make, shirt designs, prints, work for bands, do promotional stuff. Everybody needs artwork, and the thing about artwork is if you go online and you try to find somebody to do artwork for like an album cover or your band's t-shirts or something like that, it's pricey. They charge a lot. A lot of these guys have been in the game for a while, and they can get that kind of money, but whenever I started out, the first thing that I thought of whenever I started doing work for bands, local bands, I always thought it was like the first thing you kind of judge a band by, if you haven't heard them, is what their artwork on their album looks like. At least that's how I did it. If it caught my eye in the store, I was like, oh, you know what, like, I'm gonna check them out. Like, their artwork's pretty cool, and I give them a listen to. I might not like them, but hey, it got me to listen to them. So I didn't want to charge a lot. So I started charging bands like on a sliding fee scale. That's kind of what we want to do at MYR Mediums. I mean, that worked out really well, and we helped out a lot of people that, you know, did not have a lot of money to get cool designs to, you know, look neat on their products. So that's where I'm at. Like, I'm kind of the artist recruiter, and I'm gonna be, you know, selling my stuff and their stuff, and hopefully we get a good amount of people to join up.
Well, right now I'm involved in everything. I oversee ledgers, brands, coffee pots, you name it, whatever we need, I'm trying to get it for the team. Cody is more of the face, where I'm trying to be like the place and get everything going and make sure that whatever we need, I'll learn about it and move on from there.
So my role, I mean, I'm the designer, and I find other artists that I like them and give them a chance, you know, get them out there in the public's eye. So that's my role.
I can look up to somebody like Mark Zuckerberg, who revolutionized the internet. He took all the existing technologies and basically made his own mark on them. If you read the Facebook effect, he basically was genius about growing a company, and shout out Mark Zuckerberg.
Inspiration. So originally, I didn't know a whole lot about artwork. Like, I always liked it. Like, I liked the museum and stuff like that. But a lot of my like early inspiration came from just watching like horror movies. Like, I wanted to make dark, gritty stuff. And then I discovered people like Alex Pardee, who everybody knows. But like, I saw his line work on these colors, these like vibrant colors, and I was like, dude, that's what I want to do. Like, I want that. I want tight stuff like that, just line work. And then I started doing that, you know, and people were like, "You're copying Alex Pardee." It's like, well, I was, you know, learning. And then I discovered people like Gus Fink and artists like that, you know, like Nicholas Caesar, and I saw their work and I was like, dude, this stuff is awesome, but it's not tight knit. Like, it's sloppy and gritty, but there is like a lot of detail in here, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this.
The guillotine?
The flail? I like the flail. Flails are good.
The Creep King!
My favorite piece of artwork is, and I think always has been, the Garden of Earthly Delights by, however you pronounce that guy's name, Bosch, Erroneous Bosch, I'm not sure, but that's my favorite piece.
My favorite music? Ooh. Ooh. I don't... Okay. My favorite music is always gonna be rap, even though it's like... it's a problem I have. Nobody really likes rap music. I just like the beats and like the hard work of somebody that's made it successfully in the music industry like that.
Mostly, I listen to a lot of underground hip hop. I don't know if underground is the right, but intellectual hip hop, like Aesop Rock and Slug, Dose One. But I mean, honestly, whenever I'm painting or something now, I'm usually listening to like instrumental jazz. I'm a big Coltrane fan. Good stuff.
My ultimate dream for the company would be to create or to cultivate an atmosphere that allows us to have success. I mean, sure, I dream about going public. That would be so cool. But for now, it's gonna be just making sure everybody is learning how to scale something.
Ultimate dream for the company. I mean, everybody wants their company to succeed, and I would like to see that. But you know, if it does succeed, which I believe it will, I think my ultimate dream is that, you know, I can put some of the money that we make to making other people's lives better. And then I think after that, if it just keeps going that way, eventually I just want to buy a cave and dress up like a hillbilly with a straw hat and everything, and buy land down by Branson with a cave, and you know, have people pay to take tours. And I can just have a pet coyote and shuck corn all day, and you know, have them go on gold digging expeditions. And yeah.
Una Krivitz? It's a podcast I listen to. I don't know what she looks like, but she always talks really nice about CSS. So maybe I'll go see her in a conference sometime and see.
Or Lisa Edelstein. Dr. Cuddy. That's who I'm going with.
Oh, gee, I don't know right off the bat. I have to see it. Well, let's say I'm a server, and if I ask how everything's going, and they tell me one thing, and I go and do that task, and I come back, and they're like, oh, by the way, we also needed this. I would just prefer a complete list at the beginning when I ask.
Balloons. I hate balloons. It's not like a phobia, but I see them and I get like mad.
I would be the Green Lantern, mainly because whatever they can think of with their ring, they can create it in reality. So I just think it would be cool to be able to do whatever I want and not be like a freak. Like I could take the ring off and just be regular, but like when it's time to go, put it on and then go do cool stuff.
You could be any superhero, who would you be and why?
That's a hard one. Doctor Who. It's just the way I am. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share away.
We have weekly giveaways. We don't have weekly giveaways.
Yeah, while they hunger for more, while they hunger for more.